everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tamlyn and this is Sewn on the Tyne, and I'm here today with this week's Friday Sews video. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm really sorry that there wasn't a Friday Sews video last week. I had a few things to do, so I was trying to get an outfit finished to wear on the Saturday, and I also was just lacking a little bit of inspiration, and I didn't just want to film a video for the sake of filming a video, if that makes sense. So I wanted to wait until I was ready and I had the inspiration, and I feel like today I've got a lot of things to talk to you about. On that note though, about, lacking inspiration, etc., I would love to know what sorts of videos you would like to see from me. So if you have any video requests, nothing is too strange, just pop it down below and I'll give it a little read and I will do some of them. I have just thrown on this t-shirt, which is the Solar tee by Paper Cut Patterns. It used to be called something else, but the name changed. And it's made in this lovely made in the UK viscose jersey, which has got a stripe running through it. And this is from First for Fabrics. We do still have it in stock. It is a beautiful fabric. I love it. And I've done the fluttery gathered sleeves as well, which I really like. I've got my gym shorts on the bottom half, although I didn't get to the gym tonight because the traffic was so bad, so never mind. Right, so in terms of what I've got to talk to you about, the last couple of weeks I feel have been a bit busy. So I had all of the wedding stuff to finish off that I'd been talking to you about, so I did finish that off. I finished all of the makeup bags and the little outfit for my friend's little boy. And yeah, I was really pleased to get that all done and sent off because I feel like that's been weighing me down for so long. And, perhaps that's my fault for saying I would do it in the first place, and perhaps I shouldn't have done, because I feel like the whole process actually caused me stress, which isn't what sewing's all about really. So yeah, I'll be thinking carefully about the sorts of things that I say yes to in future, because I don't want things that cause me stress. So once that was all out of the way, I did feel like a weight had been lifted and I could kind of relax and dip into sewing here and there, my own things or things for Taylor when I wanted to, and not worry about sewing if I didn't want to. And that's the way I like things to be. So last week I did want to make a new outfit because I was heading off to York on the Saturday to meet up with some lovely ladies. So I'll tell you about my outfit first and then I'll talk to you about that day, because yeah, I want to talk to you a little bit about that. So the outfit I decided to make was the Sabina skirt by the Little Pomegranate. She is Romana, who was on one of the previous series of Sewing Bee, and she released her first sewing pattern earlier this year, I think. It's a free pattern and you can get it if you sign up to her blog. You just receive it as an email. And I am not really a skirt wearer. I don't tend to wear them. I wear jeans a lot and jumpsuits, but I'm not really a skirt wearer. But I really wanted to try it. I've seen some really nice ones. Liz from The Baker That Sews has made quite a few and raves about the pattern, so I really wanted to try it. So I pulled some fabric out of my stash. It's a fabric from First for Fabrics. It's a viscose navy colour, and it's got these like stamped flowers on in shades of mint and coral. So I thought that would be perfect, and then I wanted to make a top to go with it. So I actually paired up the fabric at work at First for Fabrics, and I chose a coral bamboo jersey because I just wanted to make a close fitting little crop top to go with the skirt. I like to wear outfits that accentuate my waist and also my shoulders, so a nice little crop top that was fitted, skin tight really, and then the loose flowy skirt on the bottom half was kind of my vision, and that's what I did. I will talk more in detail about both patterns that I made in a makes video that I'm going to film this weekend and hopefully have up for you within the next few days, and I'm going to go into lots of detail about the makes that I've been doing recently, so the sizing, how I found them, that sort of thing. So I won't go into lots of detail now, but I would highly recommend the skirt pattern. For a free pattern, it's incredible. There's so much information in there, so many tips throughout. Every process that it tells you to do, it explains how to do it and why you do it. And I just think that's really great you know, for a free pattern especially. I love how it's turned out. It didn't all run smoothly, just so you know. We all have things that go wrong with our sewing, and something really did go wrong with this. When it came to overlocking the seam of the gathered panel at the bottom, I'd already stitched it on, I'd gathered it, I'd sewn it on, and then I just wanted to overlock that seam to tidy it up and neaten it. And I must have slipped, you know, my seam allowance a bit on the overlocker, and I ended up overlocking beyond my stitching line. So obviously I then had these like ladder stitches of my overlocker needle running through my skirt at various points on the gathered panel, so I had to go around and unpick all of that, which was a bit of a pain in the bum. So yeah, it didn't run smoothly, but you know, I'm really pleased with the finished result, and I felt great wearing it. I really did. The top that I made was the Lola Tank by Stay Stitch Patterns. I really like this top. It goes perfectly with the skirt. I had thought I was going to be able to wear it without a bra, but let's just say, hi Ziggy, let's just say you could see every tiny little detail of my nipples when I put it on. So I had to go for a strapless bra, but I think it looked all right in the end. The pattern did give some suggestions on how to avoid stretching out the hem when sewing it, and I decided in my wisdom to ignore those and just sew it. And it did stretch out a little bit, so the hem doesn't sit entirely flat, it doesn't sit close to my body as it should. It sits off a little bit, which I'm annoyed about. Hi Zigs. I should have just followed the advice, and I will next time. But I really love the outfit as a whole. I think it goes beautifully together, and I felt great wearing it. So I wore it on Saturday when I went down to York to meet up mainly with somebody who travelled all the way from Oregon in the US to visit lots of her favourite sewing friends and sewing vloggers and sewing business owners, Ruan. So hi Ruan. And she came all this way and went on a tour of the UK to meet up with lots of people, and I mean, what a wonderful thing to do, just incredible. One of her last stops on her trip, herself and her husband Larry, was to come to York. She actually did come to Newcastle 2 days previously, but I had already arranged that I would go to York and meet L'Oreal along with Judi from the Running So and So, Rachel from Stitched Up, and Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. Rachel and Ruan are good friends of mine already. Judi, I actually met Judi 4 years ago, I think, at a Guthrie and Garney sewing retreat, way before I was on YouTube or she was on YouTube. So it was really lovely to see her again and have a little reunion. And yeah, it was such a lovely day. We met, well, I first of all met up with Ruan at the train station, and we had a little sneaky glass of Prosecco. And then we headed off and we met the other ladies. We went to a bar, obviously. We had a little gin and tonic and had a chat and just, you know, caught up with each other, and it didn't feel like getting to know each other, it just felt like catching up with friends, which was really nice. Then we headed off to a couple of shops, the first of which was Socialising. Wow, I'm not sure they've ever had as many people in their shop as when we descended on them, because then as well as us five, a few other people came into the shop at the same time, and it's not a very big shop, so it was a little bit cramped, but I did manage to pick up a couple of bits. They had some lovely things, and I did pick up 2 pieces of fabric, only 1 meter of each, but I really like what I got, so I'll show you those now. The first one is an art gallery cotton jersey that I have been admiring on different fabric shops website for a while now, and I haven't taken the plunge and bought it, but when I saw it in real life I had to have it because I just love this colour of blue. And then the vibrant, I think the vibrant colours of the tulips I just think are beautiful. So I got a metre of this. I think it was £22 a metre, so it's quite pricey, but it's beautifully soft. It's lovely and stretchy, and this is going to be some sort of t-shirt or top. You know, I'm thinking I might revisit the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top. I haven't made that for about 3 years, and I just feel like I might make like a scoop neck, short sleeved top, like fitted, that I can wear tucked into jeans and shorts. I think that would look really nice. Or if you've got any other ideas, do let me know. So that was my first purchase. I can pre-wash that now. And my second purchase was for Taylor, and I ummed and ahed between two different fabrics, and I was actually waiting at the till in a queue, and I changed my mind again and I went back to my original first choice, and it's this. So it's a grey French terry, and it's just got zebras all over, and I thought it was really cute. It's a loop back French terry, so I'll just show you the reverse. Again, it's lovely and soft. Taylor loves animals and he can identify all of them, most of them, and zebras is one of them, so I just thought that'd be really cute. So I'm thinking of making him a little pair of shorts and a jumper or a zip-up hoodie. I think would be really, really cute in that. So I think that was £20 a metre. So that was socialising. And then we headed off to a very famous button shop called Duttons for Buttons. And it was, I mean, wall to wall, incredible selection of buttons. I didn't buy any because I didn't have any specific projects in mind that I need buttons for anytime soon, and I couldn't visualize which ones I might need or want, so I just had a little browse and enjoyed being in there. And then I'll definitely go back though, definitely go back, because they had such a beautiful selection. And then we headed off for afternoon tea. So we went to a hotel called the Dean Court Hotel. Hi Chester. And we chatted and we drank tea, and we had a little glass of Prosecco, and we had our afternoon tea, and it was just really nice. And it was just so wonderful to chat and listen to Lorianne. She is, or you are, Lorianne, an incredible lady. She's got a lot of stories and life experience, and I just loved listening to her. She was fascinating, and I would have loved to spend more time with her and get to know her even more, because she was just so wonderful. So yes, it was really nice, and obviously catching up with the other ladies as well was fabulous. I felt like I lowered the tone slightly at one point because I ordered a pint of lager, but that's fine. We like what we like, and I like a nice pint, so that was fine. And then we headed off outside and we had a couple of photos taken, one of which is one of the funniest photos I've ever seen. Ruan, you won't mind me saying this, but when I saw this photo, Ruan, I just could not stop laughing, because she doesn't look like Ruan. Her hair's all like, it was like being in a wind tunnel, and she just looks so different, and it just really cracked me up. It really did. Ruan, I love you. But that photo makes me laugh so much. Yeah, it's great. So that was lovely. And then Ruan and I headed off to the train station. The other ladies and Larry went off on their way, and it was just such a lovely, lovely day. More of those, please. If anybody else would like to meet up and go for drinks and afternoon tea, let me know. Another thing that I made recently that I did talk to you about in my last video was my Paper Theory Zadie jumpsuit. And I showed you that, and I talked about the fact that I was really happy with it, and I was really happy with the size and, you know, the fit and everything. But actually, I spent a bit more time wearing it, because that's my toile version. I did a planning video because I'm doing a little collab with Helen from Stitch Rip Repeat, so I was making that as a toile before I went on to my main version. And I thought I needed to wear it for a couple of days to really decide, you know, what I needed to do or not do before I moved on to my posh, expensive fabric. And actually wearing it, I did discover that I had quite a lot of excess fabric, I felt, between the waist seam and like the top of my bum. So that like section there, I felt there was quite a bit of fabric that could be pinched out. So I went onto my Instagram stories, I put a shout out and asked for help, and just said, please let me know if you've got any ideas of what I can do. I kind of had in my mind an idea of an adjustment, but I couldn't quite visualize exactly what I needed to do. And what was really interesting was lots of people messaged me to say, I have the same issue, exactly the same, you know, fit issue. Please let me know what people say. And then I had some people that suggested what they had done or what they thought I should do. And most of those people said a sway back adjustment. That is something that I've done on another garment before, I can't remember which one, but a couple of people linked me to an amazing blog post by Hand London. I will link to it down below. And that was about making a sway back adjustment on their Holly jumpsuit pattern. It talks through how to diagnose the sway back fit issue and how to fix it, basically. So I am going to follow through with that and hopefully work on that a little bit this weekend. I'm going to leave my toile as it is. I'm quite happy to wear that. I don't feel like I need to go back and adjust that actual garment, but I want to make the changes to my pattern pieces for my next version. I think I also want to go down a size on the bottom half, so I think I might size down to an 8 on the bottom half, as well as do my sway back adjustment. So that's something that's in the pipeline for the next few days. This week also I did something really exciting. Well, it didn't seem like I was doing much, but I was in the background. So the lovely Hayley from Hayley Jane has started doing a monthly sew along of my fat quarter tutorial project. So if you didn't know already, I work for Hayley Jane. Hayley Jane is a sewing subscription box service, and I get that as a monthly subscription box, but I actually write a tutorial that goes into the magazine every month, and it's what to do with the fat quarters that are provided in the box. And now, sorry, here's just an example. That's a makeup bag project that I made this month. And now Hayley has started doing a monthly YouTube live sew along of the fat quarter project, so people can sew along with it, and by the end of that session they'll have a thing, an object that they can gift to somebody, whether that be for a birthday, a Christmas present. Hayley's idea is that it will build up a stash of presents that you can then give at Christmas time, but you could do it for anything really. And on Tuesday night we did it, and I was in the background. Hayley was on camera doing the sew along. I was behind my laptop answering any queries or questions that people had, and just having a little chat with people in the comments, which was really nice. It took less than an hour, I think, and people had made a lovely makeup bag, and people tagged us in them on Instagram and Facebook, and it was really, really nice. So that video is there. I will link it down below. You can go back and watch that YouTube live as a repeat. So it's saved on Hayley's YouTube channel now. You can go back and watch that and make yourself a lovely makeup bag. I'll also link to Hayley's blog on her website where this tutorial is. So if you don't subscribe to the magazine, you can go and access this tutorial on Hayley's blog. Speaking of Hayley, I am actually going to be meeting her next weekend. So not this weekend, but next. I'm going down to Oxfordshire with Sam and Taylor, and on the Saturday Sam's actually busy and Taylor's going to be looked after by his grandude and nanadude, and probably his auntie Emmy as well. So I am available, and I messaged Hayley and said, would you like to meet up? Because I've only met Hayley once, I think, in real life, twice possibly, but not for very long, and I would really love to spend some more time with her. So we're going to meet up on Saturday the 2nd of July in Winchester. We're going to go for a little meetup. We're going to go for some food, I imagine, and a little shop, a little walk around. It'll be really, really nice, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her. So that's really exciting. And just as a random side note, the following day on the 3rd of July, I'm going to Edgbaston to watch England versus India in the cricket. So, you know, different hobbies. I enjoy lots of different things. Sewing is one of them, sport is one of them. So today Taylor did a sponsored toddle at nursery. It was for Bernardo's, so to raise money for Bernardo's, and it was a sponsored thing, and it was safari themed. Hi Ziggs. I thought she was here, but she's actually over there and I can't reach her. So he's been collecting sponsorship money, which is really nice. I used to love doing sponsored events when I was a kid. So he has been collecting sponsorship money, and today he did his sponsored toddle, safari themed. So obviously mummy had to make him a new outfit. I got a couple of new patterns from Brindle and Twig. They're a pattern company I've used lots of times, but I wanted a nice t-shirt pattern and some shorts. So I bought the baggy fit tee. I thought that'd be nice and loose because today it has been super, super hot. So I bought this baggy fit tee pattern, and then the, what are they called? the pocket shorts pattern, which is just a knit short with a ribbing waistband with a drawstring through and some pockets. So I bought those two patterns. They are £7 English. I don't know what they are in US dollars, but they work out as £7 each for a PDF. And then I just print them at home on my printer because they're so few pages. I think one of the patterns was 6 pages and the other one was 8. So it doesn't take much to just print those out and stick them together myself. I made them both in an age 18 to 24 months based on Taylor's waist measurement. It's the next day. I'm wearing something totally different. I look a bit dishevelled because I've been to soft play with Taylor this morning. So I had a bit of a disaster yesterday. My video randomly cut off after 22 minutes. I thought I'd completely lost it. It disappeared, hadn't saved anything. I was really upset. And then I deleted lots of things from my phone because I think it was a storage issue. And this morning, randomly, there was my video in my album, like my photos and videos album. So yay! So that's what you've seen so far. You've seen what I filmed yesterday, which was Thursday, and now it's Friday afternoon and I'm going to film the last part of this video and hopefully get it up for you today. So I was in the middle of talking about Taylor's outfit for his big toddle and I was talking about the sizing. So I made him the age 18 to 24 months based on his waist measurement, but I cut the t-shirt and the shorts off at the 12 to 18 month height because that's where his height put him. His height actually put him between the 9 to 12 months and the 12 to 18 months, but I went with 12 to 18. Haven't seen him in his t-shirt other than a photo that nursery shared. I've seen him in his shorts and I think they're perfect. They're great, they're a great fit. I'm really happy with them. The difference that that little bit of height makes, I probably won't bother next time. I'll just make them in an 18 to 24, but the sizing otherwise was perfect for him. There were a couple of little bits on the shorts that I was unsure on. So when I got to attaching the waistband, I thought, it hasn't told me to put any holes in for the drawstring. So I looked ahead at the instructions and what it was going to have me do was sew the waistband on and then just cut with a pair of scissors 2 little holes for the drawstring, and I wasn't happy with that as a finishing technique. So I actually took the waistband off. I hadn't attached it at this point. I'd only clipped it on. And I made buttonholes instead. I was going to do eyelets and I couldn't find my eyelets anywhere. I need to have a good sort out in here. So I did buttonholes and I was much happier with that. So definitely next time I'll be doing buttonholes or eyelets again. And then the hem is rolling up a little bit and it was my mistake, to be honest. So I decided to do a shorter hem than recommended in the pattern. And then I also trimmed off a bit of the hem after I had top stitched it round, so I trimmed off some of the seam allowance. So now it's just rolling a little bit. So next time what I'm going to do is just do the hem allowance as instructed in the pattern, so it's a little bit deeper and it won't have that rolling effect. But otherwise, great patterns. Brindle and Twig I would highly recommend for children's wear. Right, a couple of more things to mention. I had an exciting delivery today. I had pre-ordered this, which is the book by Serena, who won last year's Great British Sewing Bee, and it was released yesterday, I think, and I had it on pre-order and it arrived today. I've had a little flick through and it looks amazing. I'm really excited about this book. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to film a first impressions like flick through video tomorrow, and hopefully that'll be up for you over the weekend. It won't be a book review. I don't think you can review a book until you've actually read it all and sewn some of the projects from it. So I'm just going to do like a first impressions kind of thing and give you an idea of what's inside it. But I'm really excited and I'm really happy for Serena. She was amazing on the show and this is just such an exciting thing that she's been able to write and release her own book. So yes, very excited about that one. Also, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is just a little bit of real talk. I posted on my Instagram stories about this the other night and I just wanted to share it here as well in case you're not on Instagram. In the UK at the moment, I don't know what it's like worldwide, but in the UK at the moment there's a real cost of living crisis going on. Prices of everything are increasing, energy costs, food costs. It's getting really, really bad and it's a struggle financially. It is. As you know, if you've watched me for a little while, I left the teaching profession and went into something that was better for my mental health and was something I enjoyed, but to do that I did have to take a huge salary deduction, and that was fine at first, but now I'm really starting to feel it because the costs of everything are going up. So I'm in a position where I need some more income, but I can't take on any more hours during the weekday because it would mean that I would have to put Taylor into childcare more, and that would cost more, and I can't afford to do that. So I'm looking for some ideas of things that I could do on an evening once Taylor's in bed, just for a few hours a week, to earn a little bit of extra income. So if you've got any ideas, please throw them my way. I'd love to hear your suggestions, they'd be really appreciated. I do have a Ko-fi account, which is a way that you can support people like us, people who make YouTube content and things like that, which we don't get paid for, and it's not a service that people pay for when they watch YouTube. But having something like a Ko-fi account is a way that you can support your favourite vloggers. So I will link to my Ko-fi account down below if you would like to make a donation. I'm not asking you to do that, I'm just letting you know that it is there. Last week I had some incredible donations from people as a result of seeing my Instagram stories, so thank you so much to those people that did send me some money on Ko-fi. I really appreciate it, and it, you know, it really does help me. So thank you so much if you are watching, any of those people. I really appreciated that. Just before I go, I wanted to say a big hello to Jane and Michelle, who are over in Oregon. Ruan did ask me to give a little shout out to you both, so hi. I would absolutely love to come to Oregon and visit you all. That's a little dream that might happen at some point in my life. So yes, I just wanted to say hi and thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button, and also if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up. Do comment down below with anything as a result of watching this video. I love having a little chat with you guys, and hearing from you is amazing. It is so hot, and I feel like, ooh, I was going to say I feel like it's going to thunder any minute now, but I think there are some little rain spatters on the window, so I feel like that is going to happen. It's been really hot here the last few days, which I love, but the air is ready for a big thunderstorm just to clear it and yeah, make it a little bit cooler, so bring it on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all really well, and I'll see you again very soon in my next video. Happy sewing, bye. Oh, super shiny. As long as they're not too strange. Although I just said nothing too strange. Who knows. So anyway, mainly so yesterday, no, start that again, have a sip of wine.